What was your most surprising therapy experience? When I was 43, I finally dragged myself to therapy. 3 decades of nightmares that left me waking up in cold sweats, never sleeping more than 3 hours at a time. My wife threatened to leave if I didn't get help. Dr. Williams was this calm, older woman who specialized in something called EMDR therapy. She explained it works by processing trauma while doing these weird eye movements back and forth. Sounded like total nonsense to me, but I was desperate. The first few sessions were basic stuff. Then she asked me to describe the dream that haunted me most. It was always the same nightmare. A blue pickup truck, a woman screaming, an old wooden bridge over Miller Creek. Every detail felt crystal clear but somehow fake, like watching a movie. Dr. Williams kept digging deeper. She had me follow her finger while describing each part of the dream. The more I talked, the more real it became. The woman had blonde hair tied in a ponytail. She wore a yellow sundress with tiny flowers on it. The truck had a dent in the front bumper. During our 6th session, something shifted. As I followed her finger movements, the dream started changing. The woman wasn't just screaming, she was yelling specific words. "Help me, please, somebody help me." The man dragging her had on work boots covered in concrete dust. That's when I started hyperventilating. Dr. Williams had to stop the session. I wasn't remembering a dream. I was remembering something real that happened when I was 8 years old. I had been fishing at Miller Creek with my dad that summer morning. We heard the screaming from the other side of the bridge. I saw a man in coveralls forcing a woman toward the water. She fought him hard, but he was too strong. When I tried to run toward them, my dad grabbed my arm and pulled me back to our car. He drove us home in complete silence. Later that day, he sat me down and told me we had seen a stray dog getting hit by a car. Nothing else. He made me promise never to talk about what we thought we saw because people might think we were crazy. I believed him for 35 years. My 8-year-old brain couldn't handle what really happened, so it buried the memory and turned it into a recurring nightmare instead. Dr. Williams filed a mandatory report with the police the next day. Detective Morrison called me that evening. They had an unsolved missing person case from 1989. Rebecca Martinez, 24 years old, last seen wearing a yellow sundress near Miller Creek. 3 weeks later, they found her remains exactly where I remembered seeing her disappear. The concrete dust on the killer's boots matched samples from a construction site 2 miles away. My father's work site from 1989. Dad was arrested 2 months later. Turns out he didn't just witness Rebecca's murder. He covered it up because the killer was his foreman, and he was scared of losing his job. He chose his paycheck over justice for 35 years. The trial lasted 6 months. I had to testify about that morning and watch my father get sentenced to 5 years as an accessory after the fact. Rebecca's family thanked me through tears, saying they finally had closure.